Hello my friends, Deal here, and today I'm very excited because my favorite keyboard just got an upgrade. This is the ROG Falchion Ace. I've been using Falchion ever since I actually remember myself for my gaming needs on my gaming setup, and the Falchion Ace is basically a wired mechanical keyboard with a 65% size ratio that I think is just amazing. You get the 68 keys you really need. I already have it installed here in my setup, so I just want to show you guys what I got and what I think about it because I love this keyboard. So all in all, as you can see right now, it has a ton of RGB. I actually changed the RGB mode because I'm also going to show you the different options you're going to get when using this keyboard. But the neat thing about it is its size. As you can see, it's insanely compact. You get everything that you will need for a gaming keyboard, and it feels like a gaming keyboard. I mean, pressing on it feels like a gaming keyboard, and I just love the way it sounds. So we're going to do a sound test in a moment. I would just want to talk about one of the biggest features after using it for a while, at least for me, and that's the touchpad here on the side. Basically, this touchpad has multi-purpose. You can increase the volume by swiping up or down, decrease the volume in my case, and you can also press on it in 3 different positions. So if you press on the bottom part, for example, it's one button. On the middle part, it's a second button, and on the top part, it's a third button. So you get 3 different extra buttons on this touchpad alone, and that's just crazy if you are looking at a minimalistic design keyboard. Also, I really like the design of the keyboard, but in the end it is plastic after all. You get this sitting position on the bottom. It's 3 different positions that you can use. Basically, it's down flat, another one that's gives you an extra small height, and then a larger one for if you like it really angled up. So all in all, I've been using it for a week now and I just love it. You get this cool USB braided cable, and you get different functions that I love about it. The first one was this touchpad. A second feature that I really like is the fact that we have 2 USB-C connections here on the back of the keyboard. So basically, I can connect this to 2 different machines via this USB plug, and I can choose with this toggle which machine currently is being controlled. So in my case, I actually have 2 different desktops. One of them is my gaming setup and the other is my broadcast setup. So using this, I can actually connect 2 USB cables and just use which desktop I'm currently using. And that's just amazing for people like me who have multiple desktop setups. Another thing I actually liked is that in older Falchion models, because this is a 65% ratio keyboard, you see some of the buttons are not here. The numeric, for example, they don't exist on a 65%, but with ASUS, they have this function button over here, and that's a dedicated function button. And then if you look down on the buttons themselves, you'll see that you have all the functions that you are missing. So for example, the F keys are over here, should be on the top, but now they are on the bottom of the keycap. That means that pressing on F key and the function key and then number 1 will actually press F1, and that's awesome because you have all the F keys and you have the page up, page down with the end, home, scroll lock, and so on as a secondary function. And you actually have the media control keys over here, and you can basically use the Q, W, E, R, and T for mute using this function key. You also have the light control keys with the function key and the arrows. I can actually increase the light, change the light mode with it, and that's actually awesome because you don't have to use the software if you are just, for example, using this just to change your lights. So talking about software, I want to also show you why you probably want to install the Armoury crate, and to do that, I'll just switch to my screen capture just to show you. Here it is, just to show you the keyboard setup. So this is the ROG Falchion Ace in Armoury crate, and actually you can change a bunch of things over here. You can change what each of the keys does, and you can also control the touch panel, and that's just awesome because 3 of the options over here basically change what happens when you press on the top section of the touch bar, when you press on the middle and the bottom, and these buttons are not optimized by default. So I would definitely go install this software just to change them and actually use them for a different purpose than to change the volume, for example, because you already have that on the swipe functionality. So you have 3 extra buttons on this touch bar just by tapping on the top, middle, and bottom section by changing this, and you can change between a different option, and you can, for example, create a macro on it, or open a website, whatever you want to do. So lighting options also exist over here. You do have to install the Aura Creator if you want to create a complex lighting setup for this keyboard, but all in all, I kind of like the normal breathing or static. So for me, I don't need that much lighting. I actually use the default static most of the time, and you can also upgrade the firmware, which works just great. So I just want to summarize my experiences with it, because I think this is an awesome keyboard. After using the touchpad for a lot of the times that I've actually been using this keyboard, I think it's one of the biggest features that you have on this. You actually have 5 onboard profiles on this, so you can change between the profiles using the ASDF and G function buttons, which is awesome. And also the new keys is just amazing, because I've been using the original Falchion keyboard, which has the Cherry MX. I really like these keys the more, and the change here is between the Cherry MX and the new ROG NX Red, which I like more. So I'm going to just do you a sound sample. So a lot of sound dampening on these new keys, and they look red, they look the same, but they feel differently, and you actually feel that when pressing on the key, on any key, that it feels just awesome. ASUS has done amazing work with how this keyboard basically behaves, and I just think it's one of the best that I used, and I've used more than 50 keyboards in the past 10 years during my review series. So all in all, an awesome keyboard. If you need a 65% sized ratio keyboard, definitely look at the keyboard at the video description if you want to see more information and an updated pricing. And I am sorry for my English, by the way. I am doing this in multiple languages, so sometimes I am screwing the language up. You are more than invited to subscribe if you want to see me screw up more English language based reviews just like this one. I have a lot of new gadgets I'm gonna tell you about in my future videos, but definitely a huge recommendation here. The only negative thing I can say is that I kind of hate it that you have to install 2 different software to control the lighting on this keyboard. And obviously, if you need a wireless keyboard, that's not it. That's the wired version, and it works great with 2 machines, which is awesome, because this new dual USB-C type thingy actually works, if you ask me. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on my future gadget reviews. Thank you very much. Bye bye.